What's poppin', everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. And we got to come out a little bit different tonight because we are watching the Los Angeles Lakers play the Minnesota Timberwolves. No Knicks tonight. No Knicks tonight. But the Lakers are visiting Minnesota, taking on the Timberwolves. Of course, as Knicks fans, we get to watch and just kind of check in real quick. Just want to check in real quick on how Dante and how Julius are doing over there in Minnesota. Obviously, looking from afar, trying to pay attention a little bit, is not going too well. Not going too well over there for both of those guys. But I will say, we could say the same thing for Mikal Bridges. And so the way I preach patience with the Mikal Bridges acquisition for the Knicks is the same way I will preach patience for the Dante DiVincenzo and Julius Randle assimilation into the Minnesota Timberwolves team. It's going to take a minute. They're big pieces to incorporate. The Dante one surprises me a little bit more because I don't know, you're a shooter, big dog. You should still be able to shoot, but it is what it is. We'll see if they can have a bounce back game here tonight. I don't think Dante has had like an explosive game for them so far this season. He did play well in the preseason, but that was pretty much it. That was the high point of the acquisition there for them. So we'll see how they match up with the Lakers tonight. Obviously, we don't have a great scouting report on either of these teams. The Knicks have yet to play either of these guys to this season. We know enough about Julius. We know enough about Dante. And I feel like we've seen enough of both of these teams who, outside of that big acquisition from Minnesota, they haven't really changed their rotations, their players too much outside of that. So as for the Lakers, you got LeBron, you got AD, you kind of know what you're getting from there. And we'll see how D'Lo plays. We'll see how Connect plays. It's kind of been a rotating sort of figure where one of those guys will play well. They're hoping to get at least one guy playing well for them. So we'll see how it goes tonight. What's up, Mark? What's up, Susan? Karen, MBM was popping, everybody. Mark said JB Eastern Conference Player of the Week. Yes, sir. Jalen Brunson earlier today was named Eastern Conference Player of the Week. Alperen Şengün was named Western Conference Player of the Week. Shout out to those guys who had absolutely fantastic weeks. Right, you look at Jalen Brunson, helped his team go 3-1 in the week while averaging damn near 30-10. It was like 26-9 or something like that. So shout out to them. Also, Mike Conley is back in the rotation. Huge important piece from Minnesota there. And then Alperen Şengün, they had the big win against OKC the other night with Dylan Brooks, of all people, hitting the dagger against them. Off of the assist of Şengün, by the way, who was one assist shy of a triple-double that night. But the Rockets are on the rise, man, and maybe not even on the rise. Maybe the Rockets have officially arrived after that game. It was a very impressive game. Now they sort of have to congeal and come together, and they're where the Thunder were a couple of years ago. So it was nice seeing them go out there. And look, the Knicks have already played the Rockets, and the Rockets are damn good. And we'll sort of leave it at that. Because we're watching Minnesota versus the Lakers tonight. As far as I'm expecting Davis, I guess that's a good matchup. I was going to say I'm expecting Davis to go off because he's been the Lakers' by far best player in the season. I'm expecting him versus Gobert is going to be a good matchup tonight, although I'm expecting Anthony Davis to get the better of him. As good as Rudy Gobert could be, whatever, he hasn't had the greatest of seasons. He's still obviously a force defensively. As you get the usual starting five in Minnesota, like I said, Mike Conley is back in the rotation. But Gobert, not having as good of a season as previous years, and I don't think he's going to get the Defensive Player of the Year award this year. For the Lakers, you got Russell, Dalton Connect, Rui Hachimura, LeBron, and Davis. The usual sort of lineup for them. The Lakers are 12-8. After getting off to a pretty good start, they're sort of maintaining. This would go a long way, picking up another victory against the struggling Minnesota team here. And they threw up a stat here where the Timberwolves are 12-2 at home versus the Lakers since 2016, I believe it said. So they've just dominated this matchup. I'm expecting a Lakers bounce back. I'm not gonna lie. I feel good about the Lakers tonight. We don't even have the lights on, y'all. We don't even have the lights on. We don't have the full effect going. I'm slacking over here. Gobert wins the tip and we're off. Conley bringing it down against Russell, hands it off to McDaniels, gets it over to Randall. Randall up top in the high post, being guarded by LeBron. Randall should have the athletic. You really say that about a matchup against LeBron, but he should have the athletic advantage over LeBron there. Randall has it on the right wing, attacking Russell. Gets to the baseline, little fall-away jumper, can't get it to go. Anthony Davis with the rebound. And I think the Lakers will live time and time again with Randall settling for that shot. Or Hachimura bringing it down, leaves it off for Davis on the left wing. Doesn't want to shoot the three, hands it off to LeBron. LeBron coming to his left. Randall trying to chase him, goes under the basket, cross the baseline as Gobert switches onto him. Now LeBron's going to look to exploit, blows past Gobert, puts up a floater over him. Good contest from Gobert. Bron can't get it to go. And the Timberwolves are running the other way. They get it over to Edwards. High layup with the right hand off glass. Nice and easy in transition. As the Lakers, a little bit older, this team didn't quite get there quick enough. It was very easy for Minnesota. LeBron up top gets it over to Davis. Hands it off to Russell, coming to his left. Slips, falls, gets back up, fall away, over McDaniels. Can't get it to go. Edwards with the rebound. He's bringing it down. Edwards has it up top. Being guarded by Hachimura. He's going to dance with it. Coming to his right. Davis switches onto him. Edwards still has it up top. Now kicks it to McDaniels in the corner. Driving to his right. Blowing past Connect. Gets into the mid-range. Puts up a jumper. Can't get it to go. And Gobert can't grab the offensive rebound. Slips right out of his hands. And it goes out of bounds. Ball going back to the Lakers here. Davis has it up top in the high post. Fakes the handoff to Connect. Keeping it against Gobert here. Now gets it over to LeBron. Right corner. Puts up the three. Over Randall a little late. Long rebound. Makes its way out to Hachimura. Throws a lob to LeBron. And he guides it calmly into the basket. Not quite a dunk for LeBron. But he gets it to go down. Randall has it up top. Hands it off to Mike Conley. And he gets tripped up. And D'Angelo Russell claiming that Conley got tripped up on his own teammate, on Randall. And he may have a point. He may have a bone to pick with the refs there. Definitely looked like Conley tripped on Randall's legs. Either way, Minnesota has the ball here with the foul going to Russell. Edwards on the left wing off the handoff from Gobert, going along the baseline, stops, turns, spins, fall away jumper over Davis, can't get it to go. Long rebound, poked out by Gobert. Russell picks it up, he's pushing it the other way, has it on the left wing. Inside pass to Davis as Gobert switches back onto him, so Davis has it in the mid post. Left side of the court, left elbow. Being guarded by Gobert, faces up, swings through towards the baseline, puts up a floater, draws the foul, and Gobert is going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. The Lakers are number 1 in the league in terms of drawing fouls. They make their way to the foul line constantly. And it's off of the backs of Anthony Davis and his aggressiveness, but also on the back of the fact that LeBron's just going to get calls. It's LeBron James. Of course he is. Karen said Lakers need to bring their A game and not be lazy, for sure, for sure. A lot of talent on the Timberwolves, even though they've been struggling. You can't go out there and lay an egg against them. They will still beat you. They're still hovering around 500. It's not like they've been an abject disaster. Davis knocks down his first free throw. He's got one more coming. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. And I forgot to credit Edwards with the layup earlier in the game. It's 2-4. 9:30 to go. Conley has it on the right wing, being guarded by Russell. Calling out a set for his team. Gets it over to Edwards. Edwards coming to his left off a Gobert screen. Now over to Randall. Randall pump fakes. Now puts it up over LeBron. After the hesitation, he gets it to go down. What a way to start off for Randall. Ooh, 3 to the wrong side. My bad. Russell on the left wing up top to Davis. Davis coming to his left. Now over to Russell. He slips to the basket and he gets an easy layup out of it. The defense from Minnesota, from everything I've seen, has not been very good. Conley on the left wing. Spinning, coming to his right off a Gobert screen, dancing around it. Davis now switches onto him. They get it over to Randall, being guarded by Hachimura. Randall up top. Looking to take advantage, blows past the defense, kicks it out to Conley, who pump fakes, fly by defense from Davis. Conley puts it up, can't get it to go. LeBron with the rebound, quick outlet to Hachimura, has it on the right wing. Minnesota does a good job getting back on defense, so Russell's going to slow it down now. Russell, bullet pass inside to LeBron, who kicks it in the corner. They swing it around to Davis. Davis is going to have to put up the three. You know we don't like shooting those, and he comes up short on the three. And here comes Minnesota pushing it the other way. 8:20 to go. Edwards up top, quick crossover to his right, steps back on Hachimura for a three, can't get it to go. Connect with the rebound, here comes LeBron bringing it down. Braun has it up top, being guarded by Randall. Gets it over to Russell, no hesitation, quick fire from three, and he rattles it in. 9-5, Lakers getting out to a nice start. Good flow to their offense, and their defense seems to be locked in. Minnesota struggling a little bit to find consistent shots as Randall misses another pull-up jumper over Davis, but Gobert with the offensive rebound over LeBron. And Davis pushing the other way, trying to draw a foul. Good defense from Gobert not to give it to him. Here comes Randall pushing the other way. It's going to be a 5-on-4 as Davis is still down in the other way, and then Randall just throws it out of bounds. Unless the ball was tipped. It looks like it was tipped. It's going to stay here. Randall could have made the easier pass, though. Now the Lakers get an opportunity to set their defense up. AP, what's up, AP? Neutral game tonight. Who are we rooting for? I go with Randall and Dante tonight. Hate the Lakers. Yeah, I want to see Randall and Dante do well. As Conley just throws it away right into the hands of Hachimura. LeBron bringing it the other way in transition. Gets it in the corner to connect for a three. Can't get the three to go. And here comes Conley bringing it down. I don't know if I'm rooting for anybody. I'd like to see Randall and Dante get on track and play well here. Randall has not played all that well so far. He's hit one shot, a three. Randall has it right now along the right baseline. They bring a triple team. He leans in, kicks it out to Conley at the last second, right wing three. He's wide open, and he gets it to go down. Randall is creating wide open shots for his teammates, though, and he finally gets an assist there from Mike Conley knocking down the three. Here comes D'Angelo Russell bringing it down, being guarded by McDaniels. Over to LeBron, back to Russell. Russell up top, dancing around a couple of screens. Coming to his right now. McDaniels sticks with him. He throws it away at the last second. Great defense from McDaniels. Bad possession from D'Angelo Russell. And Randall in transition leaves it off for Gobert, feeding the big man. A lot has been made about the team not feeding Rudy Gobert inside. But here he is getting fed in transition. Gets the easy dunk out of it. Quick Minnesota run. I gave the 3 points to the wrong side, by the way. Anthony Davis feeds LeBron, no-look pass, connect, left corner, trying to redeem himself from the previous miss, but he can't as he misses that one right there. 12-9 right now. Edwards has it up top, feeds Randall in the high post on the right wing. Back up top to Edwards, catches, pump fakes coming to his left, spins off of D'Angelo Russell and gets blocked by Davis at the basket. Here comes LeBron coming the other way. Tries to kick it out to Hachimura, does find its way out there, and then Edwards read the passing lane. Terrible pass attempt from Hachimura, and Edwards is going to go all the way and blows a layup against Davis, probably looking to get fouled by him, but Davis wisely backs up and allows a wild Anthony Davis to go to the basket as he blows the layup. And off of the outlet pass was tipped out of bounds by Minnesota, so we're going to get a quick timeout here. We're under halfway to go here in the first quarter, 5:54 exactly. And both teams kind of feeling their way out so far in this game. Neither team really with too much of an advantage. I think the Lakers are doing a good job of forcing some, and Minnesota is just kind of throwing the ball all around a little bit. But they're doing a good job of taking advantage off of rebounds and pushing the pace a little bit. And they're in transition. They've done a good job of moving the ball around and finding open threes, finding their shooters in the corners. Connect has had 2 open looks that you feel really good about him taking. He missed both of them, but if Minnesota's going to leave that guy open in transition all night long, it's not going to end well for them. K. Hazy, what's up, K. Hazy? I do want to see Randall and Devo do well. Yeah, that's like my main thing I want to see tonight. I want to see them play well at the very least, right? As much as they struggle, they become the scapegoats of the season, and I get it. We do the same thing with Mikal. I get it. But at the same time, we still got love for Randall and DiVincenzo for everything they gave the team, everything that was accomplished last season, and everything that Randall's accomplished in his tenure with the Knicks, 5 years with the Knicks. And while it was a roller coaster, I still root for his success. Chill, my boy, chill. Bouncing around over there. AP said, I love any opportunity when I see Adam Silver's favorite team lose. I don't know if the Lakers are his favorite team. They're definitely the most important team to him. That's for sure. He needs the Lakers to play well and be in the mix every season. He needs it. The league needs it. He needs it. Money-wise, it's very important for the league. Ooh, there we go. About halfway through the first quarter here. And like I said, both teams feeling each other out. The Lakers, coming off a lucky victory against the Utah Jazz where Colin Sexton should have had the layup to go to take the lead. Or at least tied. I can't remember if Colin Sexton hitting that layup would have tied it. But instead, they don't even get a shot up after their coach called a timeout and allowed the Lakers to set their defense up. Will Hardy, he thinks he's slick, but you know he did that on purpose to make sure they lost that game. They are in full capture the flag mode, if you know what I'm saying. All right, here we go. We're back into it. Russell has it up top, hands it off to AD. Coming to his left, as Max Christie is checked in, AD walks into a pull-up jumper over Gobert and splashes it. Nickeil Alexander-Walker is also in for Minnesota here, over to Gobert. Gobert up top, hands it off to Alexander-Walker. Has it up top. Gets it over to Edwards, who gets free off the Gobert screen, driving it down, and gets the easy lefty layup to go. The Lakers rush it down over to Connect, and they swing it around the Russell on the left wing. Now they feed Anthony Davis. He's got Alexander-Walker on him. He should be able to get whatever shot he wants here. They show two defenders. He kicks it out to Russell. Russell walks his way into the mid-range and knocks down a fall-away jumper over Gobert. And now both teams kind of moving and grooving a little bit. Alexander-Walker coming to his right up the Gobert screen. Up top to Naz Reid, who's also checked in for Randall here. No DiVincenzo still. Interesting. Hands it off to Edwards up top, blowing by Max Christie. Stops, pump fakes, cross-court pass, ball poked away. Davis able to save it. Gets it over to Connect, and Connect leaves it off for Russell, and Russell will bring it down. Leaves it now for Connect on the left wing, hands it off to Hachimura, up top to Davis, who joins his teammates now down on offense. Davis fancy dribbling, got Gobert turning around and knocks down a foul line fall-away jumper over him. And like I said, now the Lakers are kind of moving and grooving. They're getting to the mid-range, getting shots they're comfortable with. Minnesota's got to look to answer here. Anthony Edwards coming to his left off the Gobert screen, pulling it back, dancing with it. Davis switches on to him. He's looking to attack, stops, turns, spins in the paint. Cross-court pass to Anthony Edwards to Alexander-Walker in the corner, and it goes through his hands out of bounds. And Minnesota's just kind of throwing the ball around all over the place right now. Turnover after turnover after turnover. So the Lakers will bring it down now. Gabe Vincent is in the game. Gabe Vincent enters the game before Donte DiVincenzo does. Interesting. Have they lost? Oh, no, Donte is in the game. He came in with Gabe Vincent and runs at the same time. Same dead ball. Vincent has it up top, coming to his left off a Davis screen. Pocket pass to Davis out by the three-point line, who pump fakes, driving to his left, leans in, fall-away jumper at the foul line again, comes up short on that time. And Gobert with the rebound. Here comes DiVincenzo. Let's see if DiVincenzo can have a good game tonight against the Lakers. Coming to his left off a Gobert screen, settles for a three, behind the screen, in and out, halfway down, can't get it to stay though, as Connect rips down a rebound, and he's bringing it down, hit ahead to Hachimura. Hachimura on the left wing, pass fake. Now they swing it over to Christie, extra pass to Vincent, no hesitation, right corner three, can't get it to go, and Gabe Vincent, I do know, has been struggling mightily from the perimeter. Alexander-Walker bringing it down, has it up top, being guarded by Vincent. Gets it over to Edwards. Edwards on the left wing, coming to his left off the Naz Reid screen, crossing over to his right, now back to his left. Now, half spin, stop, pump fake. He's got nowhere to go. Has to kick it out to Naz Reid, who pump fake, swing through to his left, driving it in on a Connect. Great defense from Connect, but better offense from Naz Reid as he banks in the layup there. I'm also a Naz Reid fan, so I like to see Naz Reid play well. Anthony Davis has it up top, being guarded by Gobert, coming to his left. They show a defender. Davis keeps it up top as Minnesota retreats back into their defense, and they call a 3-second violation, I believe or a timeout. I think it was a timeout from the Lakers. 2:53 to go, 16-15, low scoring game. Nobody has really found their way yet. It seems like the Lakers are starting to figure out where their shots are going to come from as they're working their way into the mid-range right now. It's often going to happen when you have Gobert down low, waiting at the basket for you to come all the way. You're often going to have to settle for a short mid-range jumper, which the Lakers have done the last couple of possessions here. A couple from Davis, one from D'Angelo Russell. And so they're starting to knock down some shots. As for Minnesota, not so much. Not figuring out this Lakers defense right now. They're kind of being very sloppy, just throwing the ball around. It's not a pretty sight to watch this Minnesota team. They look like a team that has no chemistry, right? And it's interesting because you could say the same thing about the Knicks, where oftentimes their offense, it's like, oof, it's clunky out there. They got to work in the chemistry after the Towns-Randle DiVincenzo trade. And yet the Knicks, as the season has gone on, we're about 20 games to the season now, they've slowly figured some things out, and they look significantly better than the beginning of the year. As for Minnesota, it looks like these guys have just, like the trade was made yesterday, and like they don't really know how to work together right now. It's odd. It's very odd. So you said I'm happy for JJ? Yeah, he's proven to be a good coach. Good for him. Good for him. A lot of people were doubting him. AP said, the only time, for me, I thought the Lakers were likable was when they had Magic Johnson. Well, I wasn't around then, so. I mean, I guess for me, it was, everybody was a Kobe fan. AP said that's why they moved up in the lottery every year before they got AD and LeBron. Yeah, they're always going to get the benefit of the doubt because it is super important that the LA Lakers remain good. Super important. We're under 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Both teams have struggled to find any form of consistency. The Lakers will have the ball coming out of this timeout. Odd time for JJ Redick to call a timeout, but clearly saw something he didn't like. Game is out there in Minnesota, where the Lakers have struggled the last couple of seasons to pick up victories. But it's not looking too bad for them tonight. It is 16-15, but Minnesota looks very helter-skelter out there. And if the Lakers can sort of catch fire a little bit, they've had a couple of open threes that they haven't been able to knock down. I think the Lakers will be able to pull this one out. All right, here we go. We're back into it. They get it into Max Christie, over to Davis, swing through to his left, driving it down, and gets the layup to go over Randle, who is the opposite of Rudy Gobert in terms of being a rim deterrent. Alexander Walker has it up top, being guarded by Max Christie. Max Christie having a, pretty good season so far. Cam Reddish is also in. They leave Alexander Walker open off the screen for a three, and the ball, despite rolling around on the rim a couple of times, ends up falling off. Davis with the rebound, and the Lakers are pushing in transition. Back up top to Christie on the right wing. Pump fakes, driving it down. High floater over Reed. Comes up short. Fight for the rebound. Reed ends up with it. Here comes Edwards. Edwards up top. He's going to be picked up by Reddish. Now Dalton Connect is going to switch on to him. Edwards going to look to attack quickly, spinning to his right hand, getting under the basket. Ball thrown away yet again as Reddish pokes it away. And now he's bringing it down to 1-on-1 against Naj Reed, and he picks up the foul against him. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws with 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And like I said, the Lakers causing a lot of turnovers, number one, and number two, Minnesota just kind of throwing the ball everywhere. They're attacking the paint with no plan right now. No plan whatsoever. And they're allowing the Lakers to get out in transition. A couple of times it ended up in open threes that they couldn't convert. This time it's going to end up in 2 free throws for Cam Reddish, who took advantage there. Knocks down the first one. He's got one more coming. And Cam Reddish knocks down both of the free throws, 19-16 here. And we are now under the 2-minute mark. Alexander Walker gets it over to Edwards. Edwards up top, over to Randle. Randle over to Alexander Walker. Now Davis switches on to him. Now they get it to Randle, being guarded by Max Christie. It's a terrible mismatch. Randle just jumps right into Christie and draws the foul on Christie. I believe it's going to be foul on the floor, though. Minnesota is not on the bonus, so it should be side out of bounds. And Josh Minot is checking in for the Timberwolves here. I've always liked Minot. Happy to see him playing well and earning minutes as a part of the Timberwolves rotation. AP said, I don't know about JJ Redick. When I look at the Lakers game, first thing I'm looking for are those free throw attempts. They're always going to get to the line. As long as LeBron James is on your team's going to get to the foul line. It's LeBron James. They feed it Randall, high post, being guarded by Reddish. He leans in, steps through, loses it, picks it back up. He's in the paint, just muscles his way to the front of the basket and gets an easy layup out of it. With Anthony Davis out of the game, the Lakers themselves also don't have a rim to turn. So this is an interesting matchup with LeBron essentially kind of playing center a little bit. LeBron misses a floater, gets his own offensive rebound, and then misses another bunny. Misses another one. Randall bringing it down. They show two in a double team, picks his dribble up, leans inside, and then tries to force feed it down low to Minot, but knocked out of bounds by Reddish, who saw it coming. Good hands from Cam Reddish. And Minnesota's now getting feisty defensively, knocking the ball loose, getting deflections, knocking that out of bounds. Lakers getting a taste of their own medicine. DiVincenzo driving it in here, forced to kick it out to Alexander Walker. He pump fakes, he drives it down, takes the contact, finger roll layup, gets the back of the rim, but gets a nice friendly bounce as it drops down. And now LeBron bringing it down as we approach the under 1 minute mark here in the first quarter. LeBron putting his head down, attacking, picks up a foul, and he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Daniel Tilson, what's up, Daniel Tilson? He said, ew, I hate the Lakers. Yeah, I mean, knowing that most of my fan bases, most of the people who check in on the channel are Knicks fans, that's very much to be expected. Gabe Vincent has it up top. They throw it down low to LeBron, being guarded by Randall. Randall swing through and gets fouled by Randall. Getting caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Stop reaching in, guys. Stop reaching in. AP said LeBron needs to retire. He's been playing since he's in my 20s. Hey, man, I'll tell you what. If LeBron is incapable of averaging 20 points per game as he misses a free throw here, that's when he should retire. But he is still giving people buckets, man. LeBron splits a pair of free throws. Tied at 20. Very low scoring first quarter here. Alexander Walker bringing it down against Gabe Vincent. Gets it over to Randall. Randall up top, swing through to his left, putting his head down. Kicks it out Alexander Walker, generates a good open look for him, and he can't get it to go. Good box out from the Lakers, and Reddish picks up the rebound. Here comes LeBron. Final 20 seconds of the quarter. There's about a 3-second difference between game clock and shot clock, and LeBron will drive the time down. Has it up top by the half-court line. He's going to be guarded by Randall. DiVincenzo switching on to him. They pocket pass inside to Christie, who tried to force feed it down low, and the ball gets poked away. Bad decision. DiVincenzo bullet pass to Alexander Walker, who gets a layup to go with 2 seconds left. And Christie's going to have to chuck it up from half court here. Gets it off in time. Almost banked it in, but it does not go down. So the Timberwolves will go into the second quarter with a 2-point lead. Not bad. Not bad, but such a low-scoring game. Boy, do we know how to pick these games, guys. Every time I feel like we do a non-Knicks game, we end up with a not great game. Now, hopefully this turns around, but... Eugenio Reyes, what's up, Eugenio? Big game tomorrow. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's talk about it. Knicks versus Orlando tomorrow. Orlando has been red hot recently. Not recently, since the start of the year. Even with Paolo Banchero going down 5 games to the season, they're still hooping. Off with the back of Franz Wagner, who will most likely end up making the All-Star game should his production continue, of course. But it's looking very good for Franz this year. It looks like he's finally taken that step into stardom that a lot of people, one, were hoping for, but two, were kind of expecting as well after his rookie season. But big game for the Knicks tomorrow. One, to show their mettle against a really good, red-hot young team. The Knicks are, I believe, second in offensive rating. And the Orlando Magic are first in defensive rating. So it's going to be a battle of polar opposites, right? And those tend to make the best fights. And I can't wait for tomorrow night. AP said just not a fan of LeBron James. Sure, buddy. That's fine. Like I said, though, he's still hooping, my man. He's still hooping. It's insane. Uh-oh, Mark is coming in with the LeBron versus Jordan discussion. I'm getting out of it. I'm getting out of it. Y'all discuss it. Y'all discuss it. Mark is right, by the way. Anyway, back to the game. Back to the game. We're coming out to start the second quarter now. Let's make sure our timer's set up. AP said, what I hate about LeBron most is that he stacks the deck, needs an all-star in every position on any team he plays on. Come on, dog. You can't win a championship without having an all-star in every position you play. That's not stacking the deck. Put Jordan on literally any other team in the 90s, and are they winning a championship? Right? He played with Dennis Rodman, played with Ron Harper, he played with Scottie Pippen, of course, he played with Bill Cartwright. Like, the Hall of Fame list, the All-Star list goes on and on for Jordan as well. You're not winning no championship. There were literally two of like the three best players in the league were on the Bulls. Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? I hate this discussion. LeBron feeds it inside to a big man who I don't even know the name of, but he gets to finish over Gobert after missing the first one. Tied at 22. I got to look him up now. Who is this big man for the Lakers? Reed hands it off to Conley. Conley has it up top. Coming to his left off a double screen. They did a good job at denying DiVincenzo. Still doing a good job as Conley's going to have to go one-on-one here. Settles for a step back three and splashes it. The old man still got it. Mike Conley laces a three off the step back. And then the Lakers just throw it away. They just absolutely throw the ball out of bounds. I'm going to have to look up this big man name. Mike Conley has it up top. Coming to his left, LeBron switches onto him. On the left wing, driving it down, gets past LeBron. High layup with the right hand off glass. Can't get it to go. Ball in Gobert's hands off the rebound, and then ball gets knocked loose, and Gobert's upset. You got to squeeze that orange, Gobert. And Bron, beautiful bounce pass to the big man. And that's two straight layups that LeBron has generated for this big man. I keep calling him big man because I don't know who it is. Alexander Walker up top to Naj Reid being guarded by LeBron. Over to DiVincenzo. Cam Reddish guarding him. Coming to his right. LeBron staying on him. Ooh, step back move. Straight away three for DiVincenzo. Comes up well short on it. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. James has it up top and then gets fouled. AP said at the end of their careers, oh, you're right. You're right. All the All-Stars LeBron has played with has been in their primes. We talking about D-Wade. We talking about Kyrie, and we talking about Davis. Who else? You want to mention the Shaq one? Shaq at the end of his career? You want to mention the Derrick Rose one at the end of his career? And Conley knocks down yet another three. I don't want to get into this discussion because people who don't like LeBron pretend like Jordan didn't play with like the best players in the league. Like, come on, what are we talking about? As LeBron settles for a three, bricks it way off, well short. LeBron in a huge slump. Hasn't made a three in a while. They just said he's 0 for his last 17. Naj Reid up top. Nice bounce pass down low to Gobert, who gets fouled by Russell. Going to send him to the foul line. Mark said, I'm a Jordan fan. You can be a fan of both players. Me too. Me too. I don't even think LeBron's necessarily better than Jordan. I will say that is definitely a conversation. It's definitely a debate. Despite certain people trying to convince you that it's not, it's definitely a debate. You can make a fantastic argument that LeBron's the best player in the league or the best player of all time. You can make a fantastic argument that Jordan's the best player of all time. And let me tell you something. Wherever you fall in that line, there is no argument that you can make to change somebody's mind. Wherever you land on that line is wherever you land, and that's fine. And that's fine. LeBron bringing it down after Gobert Knocked down his free throw. LeBron has it up top, driving to his left on Naj Reid. Gets down low, gets blocked by Reid, and Reid able to save it. Gobert with the rebound. Gobert knocked down both of the free throws, by the way. 28-24. DiVincenzo driving it down. Up top, picks a dribble up top to Reid. And Reid's going to settle for a straightaway three. Well off, can't get it to go. And the big man grabs the rebound. I keep calling big man even though I have the box score open up here now. And it's Traore. Shadow Traore. Armel Traore. And D'Angelo Russell knocks down an off the dribble three. 30-27. Both of these teams trading baskets now. 9 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Alexander Walker has it up top. Coming to his right, dancing with it. Russell switches on to him. They get it over to Naj Reid, driving it in on LeBron. Righty floater over LeBron, gets it to go. And James will bring it down. Bron has it up top, coming to his right, trying to force the switch. Alexander Walker is forced to switch onto him. He's going to put his back down and just back him down. Stops in the paint, pump fake, fall away over him. Rattles in and out, can't get it to go. DiVincenzo, nice strong rebound for Dante as he brings it down now. Dante struggling to shoot in this game, missed 2 threes. He settles for a step back three here and splashes in nothing but net. There you go, Dante. There you go. And Anthony Edwards is hype. I think it's only a matter of time before the floodgates open for Dante DiVincenzo, and once that happens, boy, oh boy, watch this Minnesota team fly. Because once the confidence and the rhythm starts to come back for Dante, we saw what he was capable of last year. Part of the reason why they were able to make that trade. 3GP, what's up 3GP? Patrick, what's up Patrick? Is the player Armel Traore? Yes, he is. Yes, he is, and I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. Mark said, okay, Bird versus Magic. Is Bird all day? Magic, unfortunately, couldn't play the end of his career out. It's got to be Bird. Even though Magic was far more fun to watch. My opinion. But he was Showtime. But he also got to play the early part of his career with, at the time, the best player of all time, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So hard to judge that, you know. 35-27 though. Like I said, Minnesota can get Dante DiVincenzo going. It's going to be an early night for the Lakers. LeBron has been off. Old man getting, you know, his old manness is getting to him for sure here tonight. Davis has a tough matchup going against Gobert. He's played well, but it hasn't been that effective. He's got 8.4 boards. He's 3 for 6 from the field. LeBron's 1 for 8. Really struggling out there. Russell's got 10 points, and Connect is 0 for 2 from 3. So they got to get somebody going from the perimeter. Russell 4 for 5 from the field. He's played well. And they're not getting much off the bench. Traore does have the 2 baskets, 2 dunks generated from LeBron passes. I have the timer ticking the whole time. We got 8:30 left to go here. AP said Jordan had a good supporting cast. The only all-star he had consistently was Scottie. Rodman was not an all-star. Okay, but we're not going to pretend like Rodman wasn't the most important player. One of the most important defensive players in the league. Grant was not an all-star. John Paxson, Steve Kerr were not all-stars. But Bill Cartwright was earlier in his career. Listen, all I'm saying is that Jordan, by far, had the best team in the league at that time. Partly because Jordan was on that team, don't get me wrong. Like I said, Jordan's already up there. It's already up there. Top 2 player of all time. But he was favored in literally every finals he ever played in. LeBron was not. Because LeBron spent his first 7 years on a dysfunctional Cavaliers team where the front office could not get him another star. Those first 7 years from LeBron, insane what he carried those Cleveland teams to. Braun has it up top on the right wing. Tried to force feed it inside to Davis. Ball knocked loose, still loose. And Hachimura can't hold on to it. Naj Reid got his fingertips on it, but the ball will go to Minnesota here. Relic, what's up, Relic? The Magic era was a fun time in LA for sure, for sure. Dante DiVincenzo bringing it down. He's coming off of a made three. Let's see if he can continue the good shooting. We know what he's capable of. Can get hot in a hurry. Conley over to Gobert. Back to Conley. Left wing. Pump fakes. One dribble in. Gets caught in the air. Leaves it off for Gobert and gets the dunk to go down. And good manipulation from Mike Conley there to open up the lane. Wide open for Gobert there. And now Minnesota has opened up a 10-point lead over the Lakers. Davis has it up top. Dancing with it against Gobert, driving to his left, stops, step back, fall away foul line jumper, swishes it. Davis is going to have to settle for a lot of fall away jumpers here tonight, but he's been getting them to go down so far. Conley has it up top. Russell guarding him, coming to his left off the Gobert screen. Gets it over to Reed. Reed jab step, driving to his left, takes the contact. They swing it around. McDaniels wide open on the left wing for a three. McDaniels has struggled from three this season. Gobert with the offensive rebound, but he can't get the putback to go. And Reed comes flying in for the offensive rebound. He can't hold on to it, though, but the ball will maintain with Minnesota. 7:24 to go here in the second. AP reminding people to hit the like button. Yes, sir. If you're in the stream right now and you haven't hit the like button, please go ahead. Hit the like button. Hit the thumbs up button. It really helps grow the stream. I appreciate you guys. I really do. Especially as we're doing these non-Knicks games. We got to get used to them. We got to get used to them. Conley gets it on the right wing. Swing through, coming to his left off the Gobert screen. Speeds it over to Dante, who pump fakes, driving it down. Mid-range pull-up jumper along the baseline. Gets it to go. That's two made baskets for Dante. Hold on. The Dante tsunami may be on its way. It may be on its way. Davis has it up top, being guarded by Gobert. Gets it over to LeBron. Coming to his right. Stops, pump fakes, over to Russell. He pump fakes, driving down. And the Lakers, suddenly it went from Minnesota throwing the ball all the way around and playing terrible basketball to the Lakers now doing that. Minnesota's really digging in defensively here, playing the passing lanes, cutting off any lanes to the basket. Russell gets it over to Davis, hands it off to Russell, coming to his left, up top to LeBron, catches, pump fakes, driving to his left, foul line pull-up jumper, can't get it to go, and LeBron continues to misfire, now 1 for 9 from the field. Edwards has it up top, cross-court pass to McDaniels, driving along the baseline, and they call a travel on McDaniels, going before he had the ball in his hands. 6:30 to go here in the second. Minnesota still maintaining a 10-point lead. Russell gets it over to Hachimura on the left wing. Swing through, coming to his right, stopping, turning, pulling it back out, gets it over to Davis, back to Hachimura for an easy dunk. The ball movement, kind of how you get open against the defense that's playing you very tight, denying you the ball. You got to cut back door. Naz Reid is going to settle for a pull-up straightaway three and knocks it down. And now the shots are starting to fall from Minnesota as they're going to start to try and pull away here. The defense is leading the offense. The offense is getting loosened up a little bit by the pressure that their defense is providing. The Lakers not getting anything clean right now. Everything is contested. Davis up top hits, connect, come back door, and gets fouled by Dante. Again, the backdoor cuts. Minnesota's going to be susceptible to those, especially if you have a good passer like Davis out on the perimeter, pulling their rim protector away in Gobert. Julius Randle going to the scores table to check in here. Connect is going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Connect misses his first free throw. Come on, Dalton. You are there for your shot, man. You are there to shoot. Dalton connected the foul line for one more. And he misses both free throws. Dalton Connect, buddy, we tuned in to watch you hoop tonight, and you're letting us down. But maybe Dante is going to pick us up. He has it up top, feeds Edwards coming off the curl screen, spins into the paint, draws the foul on Hachimura. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws here. 5:36 exactly to go. And Minnesota's still holding on to an 11-point lead. Still holding on to it. And now Edwards misses a free throw. What is this missed free throw fest going on right now? He's got one more coming. Knocks down the second one. 43-31. And Hachimura has it up top. Gobert has subbed out for Randall. Hachimura, good to now defense from Minnesota here. They get it over to Connect. Connect dribbling it down, gets it back to Davis, being guarded by Randall. Randall digging in defensively here. Davis jab step, side step, pump fake, fall away, off balance, can't get it to go. Edwards chases down the rebound. Great defense from the whole Minnesota squad there. Donte DiVincenzo bringing it down, has it up top, being guarded by Connect. Trying to feed Edwards as he's coming off a lot of off-ball screens here. They get it over to Reed. They leave him open. Davis gives him space, and Reed settles for the three, and he can't get it to go down. Rattles in and out. Hachimura with the rebound. He's bringing it down. Gets it over to Christie. Inside to Davis, but the ball gets poked away. Bad entry pass from Max Christie. Nobody knows how to throw an entry pass anymore. Russell's going to inbound it. They get it into Gabe Vincent wide open under the basket by himself. How does that happen, Minnesota? And DiVincenzo bringing it down, being guarded by Vincent. They get it into McDaniels. Down low, kicks it out to Edwards up top on the right wing. Being guarded by Christie, Edwards is going to dance with it. Between the legs, coming to his right back. Pulls it back, steps through the lane, puts it up after the double clutch. Can't get it to go over Anthony Davis, doing a little bit too much there. Maybe looking for a foul. Davis bringing it down at the 5-on-4. They feed it over to Christie in transition, and he airballs it. And then full court home run pass, DiVincenzo to Randall for an easy two-handed dunk as Max Christie couldn't get back soon enough. And a 12-point lead, largest lead of the game for Minnesota, has opened up. They feed Davis down low on the right wing, being guarded by Reed. One dribble down low. Comes up short on the floater, gets his own rebound, and knocked out of bounds by DiVincenzo. They say the ball is going to stay with the Lakers, but DiVincenzo very adamant to the coaching staff that he wants a challenge. He wants a challenge. He wants the coaching staff to challenge it. And I believe they are going to challenge it. They are going to challenge it here. And with how adamant DiVincenzo is, I got to assume that this is going to be an overturned call. Mark said, gotta see it, looks amazing. What movie? What movie are we talking about? Soon said Clarissa Shields has a movie coming out on Christmas Day about her road to boxing. Go Clarissa Shields. Interesting. I have not heard about it. And I love hearing about movies. I don't necessarily like watching them, but I love hearing about them. And on the replay, it looks like Anthony Davis just lost it. Looks like he just lost it. On the way up, Donte never even touches it. So the ball will end up going back to Minnesota here. They will win the challenge. They will get their second challenge rewarded. How much time is left? I have the timer ticking all the way down. And because we're not in the 2-minute mark, I believe they get their timeout back after winning the challenge. I believe that's the rule. I thought I paused it. Come on, timer. Mark said Wicked was good. Never really been interested in Wicked. I'm sure it is. And that's great for you guys. There's something about Ariana Grande that skeeves me out a little bit. She's great. But there's something about her that skeeves me out a little bit. Every time I see the trailer for that movie, I'm just distracted. I'm like, something feels off. Hey, any Jets fans in the chat? They got Sam Darnold in the building at the Minnesota game. Of course, now the quarterback of the Vikings. Shout out Sam Darnold. Sticking it right to the Jets. Gave up on him too early. K. Hazy said, I think Minnesota, the Timberwolves win this one. I tend to agree with you too. The Lakers really struggling right now with Minnesota's defensive pressure. And with how LeBron has been playing so far tonight, he is I believe 1 for 9 from the field. Um, they don't have too many options outside of LeBron playing well and Davis playing well. You know, and Davis has come out and played well. LeBron has not held up his end of the bargain. Bible, basic instructions before leaving Earth. Appreciate you, big dog. He said Lakers far too inconsistent with their play. They are, for sure. They are, for sure. Nick Yak, what's up, Nick Yak? Anthony Edwards has it up top. We're back into it. 3:30 to go. My timer's slightly off, but we'll catch up. Edwards has it up top, dancing with, sidestep, over to Reed at the last second, and he blows right past Gabe Vincent for an easy scoop layup. And I believe he was fouled. Gabe Vincent, what are you doing reaching into the last second there? Giving a free point to Naj Reed here, as he's going to go to the line for one more, as the Minnesota Timberwolves have now opened up a 14-point lead again, their largest lead of the game. Now they continue to build on it. Terrible foul from Gabe Vincent. Yeah, he said, how's the game going? I'm putting it on now. We were hoping to see DiVincenzo break out of his slump this season and have a good game the way Mikal did. And he's knocked down a three. He's knocked down a mid-range jumper. He's been okay, but nothing too eye-popping as Russell walks into another open three. They went under the screen, and he made him pay. D'Angelo Russell has kind of held the Lakers in this one. Without his play, this would be a much larger lead. Randall driving it in on Davis, stops, pump fake, leans in, puts it above glass, can't get it to go, fight for the rebound. The Lakers keeping it alive, but it'll end up back with Minnesota. And now the Lakers vehemently asking for a challenge here. 3 minutes to go, 48-36, and I believe we are going to end up getting a challenge. So 2 straight challenges off of out-of-bounds plays. Bible said Lakers too inconsistent. They're far too inconsistent. But that's just a product of one of their 2 best players being really old, and then one of their key role players being a rookie, another key role player being Christie, I believe is a second-year guy or a third-year guy, something like that, but his first year in the rotation. Like, they just don't have good veteran role guys. Like, I guess Russell falls into that, but he's an inconsistent player in general. They don't have a lot of guys who they could rely on consistently, which leads to their inconsistency. I guess Davis is one of the only guys. He's been fantastic all season long, but it takes more than one guy. Nick Yak said, I got Donald as a quarterback when Dak went down and Rodgers looked awful. Good pickup. Good pickup. You traded one Jet for another when you snubbed Rodgers to go get Darnold, which is hilarious to me. But a smart move. The call was overturned, by the way. Out of bounds on Minnesota, so the ball will go to the Lakers here. Cameron said, talk about cardiac Knicks. Lakers are cardiac also. The Lakers do have a tendency of making big fourth quarter comebacks. So if we're looking for a tight game and a really fun ending, that could possibly be something we witness here in the fourth quarter tonight. Russell driving it down, leaves it off for Hachimura on the left wing. Coming down and just loses it. DiVincenzo picks it up, shoves it ahead to Alexander Walker, being chased down by 3 Lakers, and he gets a goaltending call on Hachimura. 2 points back to Minnesota. DiVincenzo having a good game overall, despite not necessarily having an explosive offensive night so far. Here he is guarding Vincent up top, coming to his right off a couple of screens. Does a great job of sticking in front of him. Good defense from Dante here. Vincent struggling with his handle, pulls it all the way back out, gets it over to Russell. Back to Vincent, no hesitation, straightaway 3, splashes it, nothing but net just like that. Right between the eyes of Dante. Let his eyes off of him for just a second, and he made him pay. Randall has it up top, being guarded by Davis. Gets it over to Alexander Walker, coming to his right off the Randall screen. Now they're going to feed Randall in the high post, being guarded by Russell in the mismatch. They're going to show 2 players to him. Brings the double team, steps through, kicks it out. Dante wide open, right wing 3, wide open, gets it to go. It may be the Dante DiVincenzo game. We witnessed the Mikal Bridges game the other night. It could be the Dante DiVincenzo game here tonight. Russell bringing it down, feeds it off to LeBron, running right into the defender, and it's an offensive foul Great defense from Alexander Walker to stay in front of him. And LeBron continues to struggle mightily tonight. So Minnesota bringing it down. Alexander Walker has it up top. Gets it over to Edwards, curling off a Randall screen. Stops in the paint. They show a double team. They swing it around. Randall, wide open right wing three. And back-to-back threes from our former Knicks, Donte DiVincenzo, and now Julius Randle. As Minnesota has opened up a 17-point lead on the Lakers here in the first half with 1:30 to go. They show two to Russell to get it out of his hands. Davis is going to settle for a straightaway three. Can't get it to go. And LeBron gets a putback rebound to go down for his second field goal. Alexander Walker up top. Hesitation move, pulls it back out over to Naz Reid, being guarded by LeBron. Back to Alexander Walker. Over to DiVincenzo. No hesitation, left wing three. Too long off the back rim, can't get it to go. LeBron with the rebound. You knew he wanted that one badly. He wanted that one so bad. Scoreboard slightly off. It's 56-41. And they call a foul out on the perimeter. 1:07 to go. Gabe Vincent will inbound it. They get it into Davis. Davis up top. Hands it off to Russell. Coming to his right. Alexander Walker sticking with him. Fall away baseline jumper from Russell. Not a good shot, but the Lakers taking what they can get right now. And Anthony Edwards runs down the rebound. And here comes Donte DiVincenzo. Hit ahead to Randall. Randall on the right wing. Coming to his left. Over to Edwards, who's going to settle for a pull-up three over Hachimura. Can't get it to go. Davis, good strong rebound. Quick outlet to Vincent. Vincent bringing it down. We're under a minute to go. On the left wing. Hesitation move. Driving it down. Takes the contact. Gets caught in the air. Kicks it out to Hachimura. Hachimura on the right wing. DiVincenzo applying full court pressure as he picks up his dribble and he finally gets it over to LeBron. LeBron in the high post being guarded by Edwards. No look pass to Davis in the left corner. Pump fakes, driving to his left along the baseline, puts up a floater well short. LeBron with the offensive rebound, and they swing it around. Hachimura, right wing three, he's open, comes up well short. Long rebound out to Russell, a straightaway three for D'Angelo Russell, and he bangs a three finally. How many opportunities did the Lakers have there? And they cut the lead down to 12. So every time it feels like Minnesota is about to pry this one fully open, they can't take advantage. They take a bad shot. And then the Lakers come down and take advantage of their mistakes. Edwards has it up top, quick crossover to his right, and they intentionally foul. They had a foul to give there. 2.9 to go. Good foul from Hachimura. Good foul from the Lakers. Relic reminding people to hit the thumbs up. Appreciate you, Relic. If you're in the stream right now and you haven't hit the thumbs up button, if you haven't liked the stream, please go ahead. If you're enjoying the content, hit that thumbs up button. Hit the like on the stream. It really helps grow. It really, really does. It's the best thing you can do to support a channel. Like their content. They get it into Randall. Shot clock winding down. They get over Alexander Walker. Puts up the three at the buzzer, and he airballs it. And that'll be the end of the first half, y'all, as we now go into halftime. Minnesota with just a lowly 12-point lead. I gave the three to the wrong side, my bad. It is 56-44. That is the issue with the scoreboard. I said 56-44. There we go. 12-point lead for Minnesota, which is a good lead going into halftime, but not nearly the lead they probably should have. They probably should be up by 20, if we're being honest, with the way the game was going. But their mental mistakes, they took a ton of bad shots. Not a good look. Not a good look. Let's go through the box scores real quick, then we'll go around the league. Should probably also press the ad button. Actually, it's not important. If ads play in the middle of the game, it's fine tonight. So Davis with 10.7 more to assist. Really one of the only guys. Him and Russell. Russell is 4 for 4 from three. He's actually leading them in score, D'Angelo Russell. 6 for 8 from the field, 4 for 4 from three. Has kept the Lakers in this game almost single-handedly, alongside with the help of Davis, but they're not getting much from LeBron, who's 2 for 10 from the field, 5 points, 5 boards, 2 assists. Hachimura with 2, 2, and 1, and then connect with zeros across the board. He does have 2 boards. And then off the bench, the big man Traore, number 94. Interesting number choice for Traore. He's got 4 points, 2 boards. I thought he was fine, serviceable in his 5 minutes. Same with Cam Reddish. He's got 2 points off of free throws. Gabe Vincent, 2 for 3 from the field. Knocked down a 3-point shot for 5 points. And then Max Christie's is 0 for overall. As for the Timberwolves, Randall, 10 points, 3 boards, 3 assists. I thought overall was okay. Overall was okay, despite him putting up numbers. 0 from McDaniels is interesting because you would have thought he was the second perimeter star for Minnesota, and he's kind of really struggled and hasn't really taken a step, especially offensively. I think that the team hoped that he would. But he's stuck on 0 points in his 13 minutes. Gobert with 8 and 7. Conley with 9. All of them coming off of threes. At this point in his career, that's what he is. A 3-point shooter. And a good setup guy and a good playmaker. Edwards with only 5. 5, 6, and 3. He's 2 for 8 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3. He's not getting very clean looks, and he's kind of forcing it down into the paint and attacking Davis, and it's not gone too well from him. But thankfully, his teammates have lifted him up. Naj Reid with 10 points, 4 for 6 off the bench. Dante DiVincenzo with 8. Nice game from Dante. 2 for 5 from 3, 3 for 6 from the field overall. And Alexander Walker, good brand of basketball from him once again off the bench, 6 points, 3 assists. Also, Dante DiVincenzo, 6 assists. Just kind of hooping out there, just doing Dante DiVincenzo things. Soon said, can you go around the league, please? Of course, of course, of course. Now that we've gone through the box scores, we only got 3 other games. All of them have already tipped off. The Heat versus the Celtics tonight. That was the other option. And I think you guys made the right choice. As the Boston Celtics are beating up in the Miami Heat right now, it is an 18-point game, 73-55 with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. No Jimmy Butler. So that's part of the reason why they are struggling. No Porzingis. No Al Horford. A lot of guys out for Boston, and yet they're still beating up on you. They do have Tatum. They do have Jaylen Brown. And they do have Derek White. But no Porzingis, no Horford, no Holiday. No, the other shooter's name? Sam Hauser. So Boston missing a lot of their key guys as well, although their main key guys, Tatum and Brown, are playing. But I don't know if that leads to an 18-point deficit. I don't know if that is what it should lead to. The Hawks are playing the Pelicans. That is 71-69. It's a 2-point game. Both teams going back and forth. Battle over the bottom, despite Atlanta's ability to pick up good victories against incredible opponents. They have 2 wins against Cleveland and a win against Boston. In Boston, by the way. But McCollum's actually making shots tonight. He's got 17 points. Brandon Boston Jr. similarly, he's got 14. As for the Hawks, Dyson Daniels with 15. Oh, boy. The explosion from Dyson Daniels is coming. I'm sure New Orleans fans feel disgusted at that. Trae Young with only 4 points, but he does have his 9 assists. Usual brand of spreading the ball around. Off the bench, 8 for Okongwu, 5 for Hunter, 5 for Bogdanovich. They got a good bench. They got a good team overall. They're pretty deep, but they struggle with health a lot. A lot of issues. A lot of issues with that team. And the last game of the night, aside from ours, of course, is the Brooklyn Nets taking on the Chicago Bulls. Veridify, what's up, Veridify? Kinhara, what's up, Kinhara? Boston lost to Cleveland, but no Jaylen Brown or Derek White, so that don't count. Yeah, I guess. I see what you mean. I mean, they also did play them in a very close game when those guys did play, and Cleveland was missing Okoro, an important part of their defense. So the Brooklyn Nets down by 6 at halftime to Chicago. And no Kobe White. I was very interested to see how he was playing, but Josh Giddey, 10 points, 3 boards, 2 assists. Desunu playing well. Levine playing okay. Vucevic playing okay. Battle with the bottom also with this one. Lonzo is playing. Shout out Lonzo Ball. I always like to see Lonzo Ball doing well. One of my favorite players in the league. Lonzo with 5 points off the bench. He did knock down a 3. 13 for the rookie, Modest Buzelis. He knocked down 3 threes. One of my favorite rookies in the draft class, Modest Buzelis. I'm rooting for him, man. I hope he does well. I hope it works out. I really do. Student said Memphis looking kind of good. I mean, that was to be expected. Very much expected that with the return of John Morant, their team returning from the depths of basketball hell last season with all the injuries they suffered. Their season was effectively over before it even started with all the injuries that they had. And Brooklyn is also playing without, what's his name? Cam Thomas. Right? Yeah, no Cam Thomas. And yet it's a 6-point game. Battle with the bottom out there in the East. Miami still struggling against Boston there, 57-78. It's a 21-point game now. I don't think we went over yesterday's games. The Magic beat the Nets. The Grizzlies beat the Pacers. These are games from yesterday. And the Cavs beat the Celtics like we talked about. Of course, the Celtics were missing a couple of players. The Raptors beat the Heat. And our guy RJ went off. He went absolutely off. You love to see it. RJ ended up with 37, 7, and 5. He sees Tyler Hero on the other side, and he's going off. There's something about Tyler Hero. He's going off. Hold on, guys. My dog is at the door. Hi, mamas. Come on. Come on, mama. Come say hello, mamas. Come here, mama. Come here. There she goes. There she goes. You were looking for me, mama? Are you looking for me? Say hello to everybody. Say hellos. Look, over there, say hellos. Come on, Mama. Say hellos. Hellos. Hello. Hello, pretty mama. I know. I don't have anything for you, though. Treats are upstairs. Go get treats upstairs. Come on. Go get treats. And there she goes. There she goes. Birdvice said, cool hot take. Pels are going to bounce back and beat Atlanta. I mean, it is a close game. It is a close game. It is only a 1-point game. It's 71-70 right now. Nick Yak said, mine was Edie. Your favorite player from the draft. How did he play yesterday? The Grizzlies beat the Pacers. Scored a lot of points, 136, 121. I mean, that kind of happens when you play the Pacers. It's going to be a high-scoring game. Zach Edey did not play. Is he hurt? Is Edey hurt? Now I got to look it up. Zach Edey on the season, averaging 11.7 boards. And I guess he is hurt. Hasn't played since November 17th, unfortunately. But when you're that big, 7'4", 300 pounds, health is always going to be an issue. Ken Hart said Brooklyn has no starters other than Schroeder. Yeah, and yet they're still in the game with Chicago, which makes that our loss to Chicago feel much worse for me. It feels much worse for me. Ken Hart said, yeah, I have to admit, RJ had a very good game. Y'all know I'm not an RJ guy. I am an RJ guy. And, yeah, he had a great game. Always going to root for our guy, RJ. Once a Knick, always a Knick. All he did was embrace the team. And while he wasn't as good as we wanted him to be, he did get us OG Anunoby. He is a beagle, Karen. She She's a beagle. Susan said got 3 right now. Got 2. That is the bigger one. That is the older one. It's my girl Bailey. Got another one named Pearl. AP said that's a big beagle. She is a big old fat girl too. She loves her food. You know anything about beagles? She loves her food. I will say that. Obviously, all dogs love to eat. Beagles, though, beagles, man, they will not stop bothering you for some food. She said, tried to tell you RJ Barrett is balling, playing in his hometown. He erupted. Now it's got to start leading the wins. To be honest, RJ playing great. Got to start leading the wins, though. You know? Now he gets a bit of what's it called? He's got a little bit of an excuse because Scotty Barnes is out. Quickly he's out, starting point guard. And they're already a team a little bit bereft of talent as they blew it up after the OG Anunoby trade and the Pascal Siakam trade. But, you know, still got to start winning games. And they have. The ascension of Grady Dick has also been nice for them. But they got to get their guys back, got to get Quickly back. They need a point guard out there. It's very clear, very evident. As good as RJ's been, being a facsimile of a point guard, same with Scotty Barnes, they're not traditional point guards. They're good playmakers, but they're not good point guards, if that makes sense. Karen said that's why I asked, couldn't see her legs. Yeah, she's a big fat girl, man. She's a big fat girl. She definitely needs to lose weight. It's going to be a lot more difficult with the winter coming up. But she's been on a diet. K-Hazy said RJ might be an all-star this year or next year. I think it's going to be difficult for him to make it this year. If only because I don't think Toronto, unless they, quickly comes back and, now that Scotty's back, they could start putting together a run. They are, as a team, Toronto is 6-15. Like, that's just not good enough. I don't think it would warrant an all-star. He may be an injury reserve all-star. There's injuries every year. But, it's going to be difficult for a 6-15. And we'll see where he is when the All-Star voting starts or when the All-Star reserves get picked, because he won't get voted in as a starter. When the reserves get picked, where their team stands. But he may be on the short list of players but not end up making it. And I think that's good enough progress. Next year should be a goal of his to make the All-Star team as he hits year 25 for him, right? Approaching his prime. I'd say prime is usually years 27, 28. Still super young. I think people forget how young a lot of these guys are when they come in at 19 years old. Adam Hurley, what's up, Adam? Gabe shouldn't be playing at all. It all went to trash when he got in the game. Yeah, I know Gabe Vincent has really struggled. I can't necessarily point to one thing in particular. Calling the game is a little difficult to be cognizant of what's going on off ball. And if he is a prime suspect as to why the Lakers have really struggled here. I do know they don't really respect their shot, as the shot hasn't really come to fruition and the ball pressure really picked up when he was in the game. It's a great job pointing that out, Adam. But we'll see if the Lakers can be able to come back into this one. They are a good comeback team. Don't always win them, but we'll see if they can make this one interesting. Connect gets it off the straightaway 3, can't get it to go to start the third quarter. Here we go, guys. Gabe Vincent, Gabe Vincent. Coming off the Lakers bench here. Randall crosses over on Davis in the paint, stops, pump fakes again, steps through, takes the contact, can't get it to go, but he does get the foul call, and he will go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Patrick, what kind of dog is she? She is a beagle. She was adopted, so I'm not sure if she's a mix. Karen did say she was big. She is big. She is big for a beagle. I'm not sure if she's mixed with something. But she's a beagle. We were told full beagle through and through, but not sure. Not 100% sure. She did, it's hilarious, she did end up eating her adoption papers, she like ate them, literally. Like she pulled them off the counter and ripped them up to shreds. And it's hilarious because it's like, oh, I guess she doesn't want us to know her past. So we really don't know anymore. We actually often debate her age. We're like, is she 6 or is she 7? I believe she's 7. Randall, knocks down both of his free throws. LeBron settles for a right wing three, can't get it to go. LeBron continues to struggle from the field. Here comes Mike Conley over to Edwards. Edwards has it up top, being guarded by Hachimura, feeds it down low in the post to Randall. Randall feeling it here tonight. Going 1-0 against LeBron in the post. Stops, turns, leans in again. Fall away in the paint, rattles in, but it can't stay down as it pops out. Davis with the rebound. Here comes LeBron. LeBron up top. Gets it over to Davis. No, ball poke loose, but LeBron able to pick it back up. And then hit Hachimura cutting back door. Nice pump fake to get rid of Gobert. One more dribble gets him an easy dunk at the basket. 58-46. 12-point lead from Minnesota. Lakers hanging around a little bit here. We'll see if they can mount a little bit of this comeback. Randall has it up top, hands it off to Edwards. Edwards being guarded by LeBron. Dancing with it, coming to his right. Russell switches onto him, now coming to his left. Step back, fall away mid-range jumper. Comes up short, can't get it to go. Gobert comes flying in for the offensive rebound, and then gets fouled by Davis yet again. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Davis upset with his teammates. Somebody got to box him out. He came flying in from the perimeter. Karen said Basset Hounds are like beagles but shorter legs. Yes. And larger ears too. Beagles have large ears, but Basset Hounds have even larger ears than beagles. Adam Hurley said the only tiger I know is Tiger Woods, and I stopped watching golf when he made it interesting. Gobert splits a pair of free throws. Made one, missed one. Excuse me. Point went to the wrong side. 59-46. Russell has it up top. Being guarded by McDaniels. Coming to his right off a Davis screen. Driving it down. Picks his dribble up. Gets it out to LeBron. Driving to his left. Kicks it in the corner. Hachimura, one dribble inside for a long 2. And he gets the 2 to go. And Anthony Edwards looks back at him like, really, bro? You knocked down that mid-range jumper? And they call an offensive foul on Julius Randle for the illegal screen on D'Angelo Russell. Russell, a little bit of an acting job. Took a little bit of a dive, but Randle did extend the arms. And once you do that, almost an automatic illegal screen. And it is. He does have the hands out, shoving Russell a little bit, but Russell does take a dive. He does take a dive. Russell has it up top, being guarded by McDaniels, coming to his right off the Davis screen. Stops in the mid-range, leaves it off for connect down low. Ooh, nice. Cocked the dunk back and threw it down with 2 hands over Anthony Edwards. Nice confident rise there from Dalton Connect. And just like that, it's a 9-point game. Lakers hanging around. Minnesota can't put the knockout punch on them. They should have been able to blow this lead open multiple times. Edwards has it on the left wing. They're trying to feed Randle down low. They get it to him. They bring a double team. Pass up top to Conley. They swing it around. McDaniels, can he finally get a shot to go? And he does. Knocks down his first shot of the game from the right wing for a 3. Just like that, it's back up to 12. They got to come up with some defensive stops here. Got to get back to their pressure that they had in that second quarter, which gave them this large lead. Russell has it up top, coming to his right off the Davis screen. Driving it down, goes to his floater, gets it to go down. D'Angelo Russell has been fantastic for the Lakers tonight. 7 for 9 from the field. Edwards has it up top, being guarded by Hachimura, gets it over to Randle. Randle dribbling it down against Hachimura, backing him down. Stops, leans in, fall away in the paint, gets it to go. A pet move from Julius Randle. We've seen it for many years over on the Knicks. Almost automatic once he gets it there. LeBron bringing it down, over to Davis. Davis fakes the handoff. And then they call an offensive foul on the Lakers. Trying to move off ball, shoving off of the Minnesota defenders. A little bit of a sloppy start to the second half. Very reminiscent of the start of the game. Both teams feeling that they got to feel their way in here. McDaniels has it up top, being guarded by Russell. They get it over to Randall off the go screen. Pump fake, driving it in on Russell because he had to switch onto him. Now over to McDaniels and just right through the hands of McDaniels. You got to catch those. I know it's coming in like a 90-mile-per-hour fastball, McDaniels, but you can't let that slip through your hands like that. 8 minutes to go here, and Minnesota with a 12-point lead, 64-52. They get it into Davis. They bring a double team. Now they leave him up top to Russell. And a lot of standing around from the Lakers right now. Russell coming to his left, pocket pass to Davis off the pick and roll. Pump fake, driving it down, high floater, can't get it to go. And Davis is screaming at the ref, looking for a foul call. And Randall's going to drive it down and get the layup to go. And a timeout for the Lakers. And I'm surprised the refs, I was waiting for him. I was surprised the refs didn't give Anthony Davis a technical there. It looked like he may have signaled, I'm going to let this play go and then give you the tech. But Davis very, very frustrated he's not getting any foul calls. I'm not going to lie, not a whole lot of contact, Anthony Davis. You got to be able to play through that. Not a whole lot of contact, my brother. Keenan Hart said, connect, threw it down on Ant. It was flyby. Anthony Edwards made a business decision. He didn't throw it down on him. Anthony Edwards was in the vicinity, and he was just like, he got the dunk. Didn't really contest it. Wasn't a poster or anything. Should have been. Edwards should have went up and contested it. But he gave him the dunk, backed off of him. Keenan Hart said, I refuse to bet on Gobert. His own teammates won't pass it to him. Yeah, I mean, that's just the story of Gobert's career. It was the issue with Donovan Mitchell. Now it's the issue with Anthony Edwards. And it's becoming the issue with Julius Randle. Like, nobody likes passing Gobert the ball, you know? Because oftentimes he's going to bobble it, mishandle it, and then guess what? It becomes your turnover. And you'll look bad because you tried to, give the big man, a nice touch down low. They're showing the fan right now. He's chucking up shots to the basket. Come on, buddy. Knock down this three right here. That's it. There you go. Knocked it down with 2 seconds to go. Love to see it. Student said, if Connect gets hot, watch out. Yeah, I mean, it's their best path right now to getting to the game. LeBron's got to play. He's got to play well here, and Connect's got to get hot. This is the worst game I've ever seen LeBron play. Now, he's got that record of double-digit scoring games in a row. So he's going to at least get 10, right? He's going to at least get 10. What's he sitting at right now? Maybe he's at the point where he's like, hey, keep us around, guys. I'm going to tick up here in the fourth quarter. But we'll see if they can make it to the fourth quarter. $66-52 right now. 14-point game. Keenan Hart said, nice. Lakers pouting, Randall grooving. For sure. Randall playing much better in the second half here than I think he did in the first quarter. Played well in the second quarter as well. Just got off to a little bit of a rocky start. But he's kind of found his groove in this game and the way the Lakers are defending him. Here we go. We're back into it. LeBron hands it off to Connect, who hands it off to Russell. Gets it over to LeBron. Coming to it right off of Davis screen. Back up top to Russell. And a bad pass from LeBron. LeBron's been off all game long. Bad passes, bad shots. Missing layups. LeBron has 5 points. Needs 5 more points to get to his 10 points. Conley has it up top, being guarded by Davis on the switch. They get it over to Randall, being guarded by LeBron. He pump fakes, drive it right past LeBron. Over to Edwards to kick it out. Conley wide open on the right wing for the three. Comes up short. Good strong rebound from Hachimura. Quick outlet to LeBron. LeBron bringing it down. No look pass inside to Gobert, and he rushes it. But he picks up the loose ball, gets it back, and then Randall ends up picking it up. What is going on with Anthony Davis? The Lakers are just very sloppy here. Randall leaves it off for Anthony Edwards as the trailer. Misses the wide open pull-up three. Braun with the rebound. He's pushing it. Bounce pass to Davis. Catches, gets fouled. Foul on the floor. 6:40 to go here in the third. Nickeil Alexander-Walker checking back in. Conley checking out. LeBron has it up top. Coming to his right off the Davis screen. Stopping. At the foul line. Stops. Spins. Fall away in the paint. Comes up short. Can't get it to go. Can't get the friendly rolls. It rolls off the side. And Edwards bringing it down. Edwards coming to his left off the Gobert screen. No look to Alexander Walker in the left corner. Wide open for a three. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Davis tips it over to LeBron. LeBron bringing it down. Up top. Driving to his right. Hands it off to connect. Over to Davis. Over to Russell on the left wing. Coming to his right. Stopping in the mid-range. Feeds over to Hachimura, who snuck behind Julius Randle, who got caught ball watching. And how many times have we seen that throughout Julius Randle's career? Got caught ball watching, and Hachimura ends up with an easy two-handed dunk. Edwards up top over to Randle. Randle fakes the handoff, driving to his right, spinning to his left in the paint. Tried to kick it down the corner to Alexander Walker. Ball got poked, but Walker ends up with it and gets into the paint, puts up a floater, can't get it to go. Russell, good, strong rebound. He's bringing it down. Ball poked loose. McDaniels picks it up. Saves it over to Randle in the right corner, puts up the three, no hesitation, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Davis ends up with it, and the Lakers are going to walk it down. Russell on the left wing, bringing it down against McDaniels. Coming to his right, around the Davis screen, over to Hachimura. Hachimura hands it off to LeBron. Quick catch and fire from three, airballs it. Jeez Louise, LeBron, what are you doing out there, buddy? What are you doing out there? Edwards has it up top, being guarded by Hachimura. Steps back for a three. Splashes it. There you go. There you go. Keenan Harris said Davis tips to LeBron. Scorer will give the rebound to LeBron. Just watch. I mean, LeBron was the guy who picked up the rebound. Keenan Harris, that's kind of how it works. Davis tipped the ball away from Gobert. They were fighting for a rebound. That's why he tipped it over to LeBron, who was the open teammate. LeBron knocks down a pull-up jumper over Gobert there. Edwards has it up top against Hachimura. Trying to blow past him. Has it in the paint now. Kicks it out. McDaniels pump fakes. Driving it in. Gets a wide open lane. And then they call the offensive foul on Gobert. Trying to clear out the space so Hachimura couldn't guard him. Doing too much, buddy. You're doing too much. Lou Sanders. What's up, Lou? My brows are looking good. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. I do my best. I do my best. I trim up my brows. I trim them up. Mark is out. Appreciate you, Mark. Thanks for checking in on the stream. Loved having you in here, big dog. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for the big game, Knicks against Orlando. Davis has it. High post against Gobert. Left side of the court. Step back. They swing it around. Hachimura pump fakes. Driving it through the lane. Leaves it off for connect. Goes up. And gets the layup to go over Edwards. Connect going up confidently, even with Anthony Edwards in the vicinity. Edwards has it up top, coming to his left off the Gobert screen, settles for a three. Gobert creates a nice open space for him and misses it, but Gobert comes flying in for the two-handed jam off the offensive rebound putback. 71-58, a 13-point lead. Davis has it. Gets it over to Hachimura, driving it to his right, putting his head down, and gets fouled by Alexander Walker. It's going to send him to the foul line for 2 free throws. Keenan Harris said, Bron is 3 for 14. No tip should go to Davis. No, it's whoever secures the rebound. That's how that works. LeBron secured the rebound. Keenan Harris said, damn it, LeBron. Gobert has 11 and 10. I would have won that bet. Should have took it, man. Should have took it. Outside of Davis, this team's small, man. Outside of Davis, this team is real small. Lou Sanders said Orlando's a 25-point favorite. Yeah, sure. I can actually tell you what the spread really is. For tomorrow's game, New York is the favorite, -5.5. Alexander Walker has it up top. after Hachimura knocked down both of his free throws. Edwards has it in the post, in the low post against Max Christie. Leans in, puts up a floater, can't get it to go. Edwards with the offensive rebound, and then they call a loose ball foul. Gobert pushing off, I believe, on Hachimura there, battling for the board. Mark said, I got a concert. I'll pop in at some point. Hopefully go Knicks. Appreciate you, Mark. Appreciate you. Don't worry about it, big dog. Enjoy your time. Enjoy your time. Gabe Vincent bringing it down against Alexander Walker. Doing a little too much. Trying to get fancy with the ball handling. Now hands it off to Christie. Christie calling for a screen from Davis. Davis a little slow to come up to it. And then tried to get it to Christie. Gobert jumps the passing lane, gets the steal, an easy two-handed jam. Gobert, and Davis is looking it back like, really, dude? You called me up for that? Ken Hart says, Banchero active. He is out injured, and he's going to be out for a while. He's been out since the 5th game of the season. He went out with the injury. Davis, nice pass inside to Max Christie for an easy two-handed jam. 73-62. Both of these teams trading baskets here in the third quarter. About 2.5 to go here in the third. DiVincenzo gets it over to Alexander Walker. Right wing three, right corner three gets it to go. He's had some open ones he's missed, but that one he knocks down off the quick catch and fire, being contested. Vincent hands it off to Davis. Davis coming to his right. Dancing with it. Step back, fall away, mid-range jumper. In and out, can't get it to go. DiVincenzo skying for the rebound. And he gets fouled in the backcourt by Vincent. Vincent has been pretty bad. He's been pretty bad. We're going to get a timeout here. $76-62. The Timberwolves have, for the most part, controlled this game, but it feels like they should be dominating this game, and they just haven't. And it's a weird feeling because the Lakers shouldn't have too much hope in coming back against them, but Minnesota just can't put this one away. They just can't put the dagger in them, knock down, go on a stretch where they hit 2 or 3 threes and blow this one open and get the 20-point lead. It makes me nervous as someone who's kind of on the Minnesota side tonight that they're just giving the Lakers time to sort of figure things out. Lakers are hanging around. It is a 14-point lead right now, which is enough. It's a nice lead. Kennard said, what injury does Banchero have? Paolo I don't know what the injury was entirely, but it was a pretty serious injury that's going to have him out for like at least 2 months, I believe. Let me look it up. Exactly what it is. They had it listed as like oblique, which is a weird thing to have listed, right? Maybe if I go here, I can see it. Right? I'll go all the way down. Injury. No, I'm going to have to look it up online. That's what's up. Maybe somebody in the chat can look it up for me. Actually, it should show here. He is listed out with... I guess not. They're not going to show it. Okay. Never mind then. Here we go. Banchero has been diagnosed with right torn oblique and will be reevaluated in 4 to 6 weeks. So he tore his oblique muscle, which is, oof. That's rough. Anytime you tear a muscle is difficult. Ken Hart said, one may not root for LA or Boston. Very fair. Very fair. Yak said, I've seen 4 Wolves games and they lost at least 2 down the stretch. Yeah, which is why it makes me nervous that Minnesota has been incapable of sort of extending the lead past this like 14-point mark here. Randall has it up top, stops, turns, leans in, kicks it out to DiVincenzo at the last second. He pump fakes, driving it down. Fall away jumper in the paint with the shot clock winding down, hit the front of the rim, held on the front of the rim, but ends up falling off the side. LeBron picks up the rebound. No look pass to Reddish. You just got to shoot that, Reddish. Gets it back up top to LeBron. Braun has it up top. Naj Reid switches onto him. He's still holding onto it, driving to his right, and tries to force feed it inside to Davis, and yet another turnover for these Lakers. Alexander Walker over to DiVincenzo, back to Alexander Walker, who gets fouled going to the basket by Reddish. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Ken Hardison, good news for him. Not career-altering, just painful. Yep, just really painful. Torn muscle. Really painful. They just got to reattach that thing and then let it heal. Really nothing you could do about it. Right? Could be worse. Could be a tendon. If you hurt your tendons, that's a rough one. But 4 to 6 weeks isn't bad, especially I believe he played 5 games this season before going down with the injury and went down in that 5th game. So he's played 4 complete games. And Orlando has sort of maintained and even like excelled in the absence of him. So once he comes back, they should really start to pop off, and it's going to be really difficult to beat that team once they really start to gel when he gets back. Davis has it in the paint, fall away, looking for the foul call, does get the foul call on Randall. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. We're under a minute to go, 77, as Alexander Walker split a pair of free throws. It's a 62, 15-point lead, but Davis is going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. I also got to change my board up for the December schedule. Don't have it up. It's still stuck in November. And I never even... they were 9-6 in the month, 3 games over 500. They were 2-2 in October. I love to keep track of that stuff. Anthony Davis had the foul line for 2 free throws, makes the first one. Keenan Hart said they tend to take a while to hear, though. They did say 4 to 6 weeks. I believe we are like on the 4th week. So they still have like at least 2 weeks before they reevaluate him, which probably means they have like at least another month before he gets back. So he may not be back until like January. Start of the new year is what I would suspect. Davis knocks down both of his free throws. McDaniels has it up top, gets it over to Randall. Jab step, coming to his right. Gabe Vincent guarding him, backing him down, leans in, takes the contact, puts up the floater. Can't get it to go, but gets his own offensive rebound. Misses the layup, can't get that one to go. Davis knocks it loose, and Max Christie comes up with the rebound. LeBron has it up top, coming to his left off the Reed screen. Against Naj Reid, feeds it out to Cam Reddish, who puts up a 3, comes up short, and DiVincenzo with the rebound. He's bringing it down. Forgot to run the timer. We got 20 seconds to go. It's a 13-point lead for Minnesota. Again, they've maintained this lead, but they haven't extended it. But the Lakers have also not chipped away at it. They've just maintained. DiVincenzo up top, coming to his right. Now over to Randall. Randall, jab step, coming to his right, stops, leans in, takes the contact, flips up to the basket. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws, and Gabe Vincent just grabs him. Not good defense from Gabe Vincent at all. Only 1.3 on the clock. Keenan Hart said, did they do surgery on Banchero? I believe they did. Let me double check. Banchero surgery. Just going to look up Banchero surgery. See what comes up. Randall knocks down the first one. He's got one more coming. Maybe I should just look up, did Banchero need surgery? He did not get surgery. They just let it heal on its own, which is good. Relic said it was on the phone. What did I miss? Not much. Minnesota and the Lakers have, for the most part here in the third quarter, kind of just traded baskets and maintained. Right? It's a 15-point lead going into the third. I believe it was like a 12-point lead going in at halftime. So not much has happened. Not much has happened. Keenan Hart said I had 2 knee operations and tore both Achilles as well. Believe me, I know about operations and rehab. That's a rough one. That is for sure a rough one. I've never had anything serious. I've broken my arm twice. One of them when I was a really little kid. I tried climbing a fence, got caught on the top of the fence, fell off the fence, broke my arm. And then another one when I was a freshman in high school, basketball practice. I tried to get a chase down block. And my speed and momentum when I jumped for the block carried me all the way to the wall, which I tried to brace myself and ended up crushing my arm. Broke my arm the second time. That was cool. And outside of that, nothing too serious. Just some like scar tissue buildup in my knees and really bad high ankle sprain when I was a sophomore in high school playing basketball. That was pretty much it. RPX, what's up, RPX? Going into the fourth quarter here. And like, not great games from Edwards, not very bad game from LeBron. We're not being treated to some great basketball here tonight, guys. If we go around the league just to see the other options we had, right? So it was either between this game and the Celtics Heat game, which ended up being a snooze fest as the Celtics won at 108-89. So I think we made the right choice. Hawks Pelicans, it seems to be a pretty entertaining game. McCollum with 27. Eve Messi, the rookie, 21-9. He's playing well. Brandon Boston Jr. off the bench with 19. Dyson Daniels with 17. Again, a lot of contributions from everybody. Very, very even scoring from the Atlanta Hawks. Not very good shooting, but they're moving the ball around. And then you have the Nets and the Bulls, which the Bulls are blowing out the Nets now. So I think we made the right choice. Maybe Atlanta and New Orleans was the game to watch tonight, but we'll see how this one ends out in the fourth quarter. The Lakers tend to be a fourth quarter team as Nickeil Alexander-Walker puts up a three, can't get it to go. And the Timberwolves tend to give fourth quarter leads up. It's kind of been the story of their season. Connect, pump fakes, driving it down. Up top to Reddish, back to Connect, over to LeBron. LeBron being guarded by DiVincenzo. 64-79, 15-point lead for the Timberwolves here. LeBron has it in the post against DiVincenzo. Goes up through the contact of Gobert looking for a foul call, doesn't get it. But he does get the basket. Conley up top gets it over to DiVincenzo. They swing it over to Reed. Reed coming to his left. In the post, spinning, flips it up with the left hand off glass, gets it to go over Dalton Connect. And that's just the sixth man of the year going to work against the rookie. LeBron up top gets it over to Connect. On the left wing, no hesitation from three. Comes up short. Bad night from Dalton Connect, who hasn't really given his team anything. Alexander Walker driving it down, kicks it out to Conley on the right wing for an open three. Comes up short. LeBron with the rebound, home run pass. And DiVincenzo, good hustle back on defense, saves the play, knocking the ball loose. Alexander Walker bringing it down now on the right wing. Up top to Naj Reid. They swing it over to DiVincenzo. He's trying to reward himself with the three, and he does. Knocks down the three. Dante having a very good game tonight. Shout out DiVincenzo coming through for the Timberwolves, coming through for us. Checking in on him. Having a good game for us. Dante DiVincenzo with the hustle, coming down and saving the possession, coming up with the steal. And then coming the other way, they swing the ball around, ends up in the hands of Dante DiVincenzo, doesn't even hesitate. He said, let me reward myself for my hustle, and rewards the team by knocking down the three. Traore, the big man for the Lakers, is back in the game. Hands it off to LeBron. He's coming to the right now, off the Traore screen, and a kickball violation. Dre Day with the subscription. Appreciate you, Dre. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Thank you for the subscription, my man. Russell has it up top, gets it over to Connect on the inbounds. Back to Russell, coming to his left, crosses over to his right, snakes again into his left hand, in the paint, puts up a high floater, way off, can't get it to go. Gobert with the rebound, here comes Dante, hands it off to Conley. Conley on the left wing. Going to slow it down a little bit. No, now he's going to attack Connect. Picks his dribble up, gets it over to Gobert. Gobert fakes the handoff, blows past Traore, and throws it down with 2 hands. And when you got Gobert faking handoffs and going to the basket, throwing it down, it might be good night for you. It might be a good night for you, man. $86-66. Finally, the 20-point lead has opened up for the Minnesota Timberwolves here in the fourth quarter. It took to the fourth quarter, but they finally got there. They finally got there. Susan is heading out. Appreciate you, Susan. Thanks for coming out tonight. Hope you have a good night. This game is definitely trending towards being over a little bit early tonight, as Minnesota has now jumped out to a 20-point lead. And with LeBron playing as poorly as he has and the Lakers shooting as poorly as they have, it doesn't really seem like there's a path for them to come back in this one, although they are a fourth quarter team. And although Minnesota tends to give up a lot of fourth quarter leads this season, it doesn't seem like it's going to happen tonight. But this latest timeout from the Lakers here, probably going to be their last-ditch effort. They're probably going to throw the kitchen sink in, see if they can come back, because time is winding down. We are in the fourth quarter now. Kay Hazy said Gobert has had a great night tonight. Yeah, hasn't faced a ton of resistance. He's had a great night tonight. Dre Day said, glad I found this channel. Appreciate you, Dre. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we do games every week, but we mainly focus on Knicks games. We don't miss Knicks games. We do every Knicks game of every season. But when the Knicks aren't playing, Monday through Friday, we will be live and we will find a game to play. So tomorrow we're going to be doing Knicks versus Orlando. Big game. It is the TNT game tomorrow night. NBA Cup game. It will decide who wins that group, either the Knicks or Orlando, and who goes on to play in the Cup. And then tomorrow night, we will then decide what game we're going to watch for Wednesday night. Knicks play Tuesday. We'll decide who. I'll put up the poll tomorrow. We'll decide who plays when, what game we're going to watch Wednesday. Thursday, the Knicks play. And then we'll decide what game we're going to watch on Friday. So we get We get 3 non-Knicks games this week. Gobert is 15 points tonight and 11 rebounds. He's 6 for 7 from the field. Not a great defensive night for the Lakers. Not a whole lot has gone well for the Lakers tonight. All right, here we go. We're back into it. Russell has it up top. The Lakers come out with Russell, Connect, Davis, LeBron, and Hachimura, the starting lineup. Connect up top. They swing it over to Hachimura on the right wing, pump fakes. Back up top to Connect. No Austin Reeves tonight. Forgot to mention that. No Austin Reeves tonight for the Lakers. You're seeing the struggle creation-wise as Connect has to create something on his own. Fires up a left wing 3, well contested, air balls it. I believe it was blocked. Came up well short. $9:30 to go. Timer slightly off, but we'll catch up. Conley has it up top, coming to his right, off a couple of screens, being guarded by LeBron. Now dancing around a Gobert screen, has it up top, gets it over to Naj Reid, coming to his right, cutting across the lane, stops, turns, spins, flips it up on a floater, can't get it to go, and Gobert tips it out to Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Over to Naj Reid. Naj Reid, a left wing 3, wide open, splashes it. And that should be a little bit of a nail in the coffin for the Lakers' chances here. Can't grab rebounds. And Naj Reid splashing the 3 there. A 10-0 run from Minnesota here to start the fourth quarter. LeBron going all the way in, gets fouled. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. You know LeBron wants to be in there for his double-digit points. No shade, but you know he wants to keep that record alive. That streak going. LeBron knocks down the first free throw. He's got one more coming. Kane Hart is upset. Why do you want to see him fail, man? Why do you want to see him fail? Braun does miss the second free throw, though. Naj Reid with the rebound. Here comes Conley. Conley has it up top, being guarded by Russell. Coming to his left, he's got a wide open lane, kicks it over to Alexander Walker in the left corner for three, and he splashes it. We had been saying all game long, if Timberwolves are generating pretty good looks, if they can knock down some of those threes, this one's going to be over early. And here they are. Here they are knocking down their threes, and this one's over. Came a little bit later than we wanted it to, but they finally got to open it up. Conley with the rebound off the Lebron miss. They swing it around. DiVincenzo was wide open in the corner, but they couldn't get it to him. Stay out of bounds on Minnesota. Dante could have had a wide open look at the basket. Keenan Harris said infinite shade for that dude. I'll never understand why people hate LeBron. I can understand not liking the guy, but crazy. Crazy to me. Connect driving in, knocks down a floater. Under 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, and we're kind of just winding down the time now. It's a 23-point lead for Minnesota here. DiVincenzo has it, pump fakes. Now put it up, Devo. Put that thing up. Don't even care. Cross-court pass to Reed, catches, driving down, throws the lob. Gobert throws it down with two hands. And another Lakers timeout. This one's over, y'all. This one's over. Y'all want to hang out for the rest of the game, or do you want to call it early here? Up to you guys. Keenan Harris said the GOAT was MJ. There is no doubt. You can believe that. Very good answer. Like I said earlier, there are two answers to that question. There are people who believe it's LeBron, and they have very good arguments for it. And there are people who believe it's MJ, and they have very good arguments for it. And you will never believe someone who thinks it's LeBron that it's MJ, and you will never convince somebody who thinks that it's MJ that it's LeBron. And that's why it is a dumb debate conversation to have, because you can never convince the other side to see it their way. So if you believe it's MJ, it's MJ. You have a great argument for it. It's perfectly fine. Listen, I will always maintain, I don't really care about the GOAT debate. It really doesn't matter because of the reason I just said. But I will say, if your top three players of all time are not Jordan, LeBron, and Kareem, then I don't want to speak basketball with you. I don't. Paul Dog NYC, what's up, Paul? K. Hazy said 69 points is brutal. Yeah, I didn't even really realize that the Lakers have really struggled to score tonight. I mean, obviously we realized it, but I didn't realize how low their point total was. They got 69 points with 7.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. That is super rough. K. Hazy said, like Embiid last year with double-doubles. Yeah. Look, man, players know what the records are, and they like to keep their streaks alive. And a lot more players in the league like the stat pad than we would like to believe. And it's fine. Go get your points. I say it all the time with the Knicks, right? If there's a blowout, we know Tom Thibodeau likes to keep the guys in the game. I'm cool with it for the most part. Go pad your stats, y'all. Make sure Brunson gets his 26 points. Maintain the average. Make sure Towns gets his 25, 26 points. Maintain the average. Right? Let's get the assist numbers up. Let's maintain the averages, guys. Even in blowouts, I don't care. Put them out there. Let's run the score up. I'm cool with it. Right? You want to stat pad a little bit, keep your streaks alive, keep your records alive, keep your averages up. I get it. Especially in a game where game is clearly over. We know what this is. Keenan Harris said, I kind of got a separate list for centers. The center list is Kareem, Wilt, Russell, and Shaq. I get it. I kind of get it when people do that. I see why you would do that. But, like, they're basketball players. I get it. Their position is so different from literally every other position in the league, especially back in the day. Now it's a little bit more homogenous. But listen, the top three players of all time, very simple. It's Jordan, it's LeBron, and it's Kareem. And if somebody's going to tell me that, like, no, Kobe's the top three player of all time, or literally anybody else, I'm like, all right, we don't have to talk basketball anymore. We don't. I know where your head is. Kobe may not even be top 10 all time. Let's be real. DiVincenzo driving along the baseline, feeds it over to Naj Reid for another three, comes up short. And Traore saves it of, oh, we waved the white flag. We got a bunch of guys in for the Lakers here. Who is that for the Lakers? Christian Coloco was in the game. That's who it was. Shout out Christian Coloco. If you guys don't know the Christian Coloco story, his NBA career was threatened after a health scare, but he's back in the league and playing for the Lakers now. So shout out to him. Alexander Walker driving it in, gets a layup to go. And again, we're just waiting this one out. Christie's going to fire right wing three, comes up short. Really bad loss for the Lakers here tonight. Russell gets it over to Christie after forcing a turnover. Hit ahead to Coloco. Is that Coloco? That is Coloco, right? That's not Jalen Hood-Schifino. I know that. Let's refresh the page. I'm going to get another timeout. Got 6 minutes to go. Keenan said in the conversation, Magic, Oscar Robertson, Bird. I can't have Magic in there. I think career was just a little too short. Top 10, though, for sure. I think Curry's made the top 10. He's bumped some guys out. Probably like Duncan. Duncan's probably out of there. Who had that layup? Oh, Max Lewis. Max Lewis. I like Max Lewis coming out of college. That's who that was. Magic, Oscar Robertson, Bird. Robertson's a good one. He's probably in the same category that I would have Magic and Tim Duncan. Not Magic. Oscar Robertson's probably in the same category I'd have like Tim Duncan and Kobe. Maybe a little bit higher than those guys. I don't really know. I've never really sat down and like made a list, but they're all in the conversation. You're right. They're in the you have to bring them up, even if you don't think that ultimately they belong there. You bring them up for sure. Their names do come up. Patrick said Magic is better than Bird. I got Bird over Magic personally. Magic he didn't get to finish his career. We got Luka Garza in the game, by the way. Kid Hart, all ridiculous players. Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely ridiculous players. You're right. DiVincenzo lobs it in the Naj Reid. It's 96-73. Not doing a good job of maintaining. Once it becomes a blowout, I lose all focus. I think we're going to wrap it up here, though. No need to stick around and watch the end of this game. We know this one's over. Both teams have kind of subbed in a lot of their third and fourth stringers. So I think we're going to call it here. Let's get to bed early. Unfortunately, we didn't get to watch a very entertaining game tonight, although Donte DiVincenzo did start to unleash a little bit. And Julius Randle played pretty well. Let's look at the final box score for our guys before we head out. Randle with 18, 5, and 3, 6 for 13 from the field, did knock down 2 threes. Not as dominant this game as it felt like he had. But the Lakers applied a ton of attention to Randle, and he made them pay all night. Gobert was 17 and 12, by the way. Keenan Hara, you should have made that bet, man. You should have made that bet. But outside of that, like Edwards only had 8, Conley had 9, McDaniels with 3, off the bench Naj Reid with 15, DiVincenzo with 11, 3 for 6 from 3. 5 boards and 9 assists for Donte DiVincenzo. Did a little bit of everything. He played very well. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker was very good off the bench as well. They got a very good bunch. But like I said, I think we're going to call it early. I think we're going to call it early tonight. This one's over. They got all their bench guys in. (96-73) with about 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Very big, very important game. Make sure we get there on time. 7:30. Don't want to miss the action in that one. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, 7:30 to witness Knicks versus Orlando. It is going to be in Madison Square Garden. Let me double check that, make sure I'm not telling lies over here. It will be at Madison Square Garden, y'all. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. But I appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming out. We will put up another another poll in the chat tomorrow to find out what game we're going to be watching on Wednesday night. But until then, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm out. Bye.